All right, so as Gifty is trying to share, I just want us to be aware of this, okay? Um, there's a reason why we are recording these sections, okay? It's important for us to revise, okay? The the more you go over it, it will shock you. Um, I, as a facilitator, okay, apart from the fact that I help in uploading to the YouTube channel, okay, I also review every single class, every single recording. I've watched it myself, okay, and I am a facilitator. So I also expect that for the students, you'll be able to, and I check the matrices, okay. In the first week, we had quite a number of people watching the videos, around 30, 38. I think the highest was 40 something, right? But in the second week, we still have videos being around four, three views. Okay, it's not all about the views, but then I ask myself, in a class, we can get up to like 50 participants. So if four people are watching the video, then where is the problem? Okay, no matter how you were active in the class, there was something that might have skipped you or you lost attention within a few seconds. So it's always important that we go back and then review. Okay. And then maybe you are dedicated to one class, but as much as possible, we are trying to increase our academic prowess, right? So you can also look at the videos. It's very important for other courses. And especially for the Research Academy videos, which were not held live, okay? They were pre-recorded videos. So I also expect that people will go there and then watch. But as it's looking now, it's like no one is interested. And I can easily pull them down because it's kind of my personal property that I'm giving out there, right? Last time, Dr. Mali was asking me, can I share? Yes, I've shared some, and the response that I'm getting is not good enough. So I may not be encouraged to share the rest. Okay, so I'm watching closely, especially for that course. Research Academy, just go there, watch it, consume as much as you can, and then ask questions. Okay, in the comment box, ask all of this. We know that we want to consume as much as possible. Even the other courses, like you have brought up, latex. But the reactions, I'm saying this on record, the reactions from the Microsoft class doesn't encourage me to take a latex class. It doesn't at all, because I will not want to be doing latex where we are coding and I'm talking to myself for another 4 weeks. I will not do that. And unfortunately, school has opened. I also have other responsibilities to do for other people, right? People who I can talk to and they can respond to me. So please, if you want a latest class in the future, please let's watch the videos and as much as possible, try and recap and do our projects too. The whole scale up program was meant for us, right? And in as much as we wish that we did it in succession, oh, so we finished the Microsoft Word class, Excel class, PowerPoint class, then we go on to something like Stata. The facilitators also have their own schedule, right? And we as students also have our own schedule. Today we are eight on the call at the moment, right? People, school have opened, so people are not available as they are during the vacation. That's why we maximize the whole vacation to do this at a go. So bear with us, right? That we couldn't do it in succession, but we had to do it together. It comes back to the video again. The video is there, but people are not watching. So let's all try and help each other, okay? Maybe in the next scale up, if I'm touched again, I'll join. But as it's looking, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But whoever will be there to be a facilitator, let's always try and then be there and support them, okay? By attending, ask questions, okay? Make comments. This is why we are here. We also learn, no matter how someone is an expert, there are some things that, or there's a question that will be asked that you think about it another way and then try and then reteach it. Okay. So I'll leave the floor for any comments, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, or any questions regarding what I've said. Maybe there's need for clarification you can ask, and then we'll move on for today's class. So 2 minutes. Hopefully my talking will move someone to talk. Anyone? Okay. There is still silence. All right, Gifty, let's move on. So today we want to do two things, and I can see Gifty's screen, which is perfect for what I want to do. So at the moment, we don't have developer mode, right, on Gifty's screen, right? So let's tackle the first thing. If there's something that I've done before in the past that you didn't find in your version, okay, perhaps it's a version issue, but most likely it's there somehow, but it doesn't show in the template. So we want to see how we can customize our ribbon, which is the top part that has everything. And then you can add things like developer mode and things that are missing. So Gifty, you can go to the ribbon side, the extreme right side of the ribbon
Mm-hmm.
after the adding. Yes. And then just right click. No, in the space. I just want an empty space. Then right click. So you right click within the space. Okay. So we have hide quick access toolbar, customize the ribbon, collapse the ribbon. What we want to do is to customize the ribbon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, customize, sorry, not collapse. So you can click on
Okay.
that, customize the ribbon. All right. So we want to show the developer mode, which should be part of the tabs. So under the tab, you can see developer and the main tabs. If you go down, you can see developer is not checked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go down. So we can add that. Okay. So that's one way you can add developer or you can add a tab. So maybe there's a tab that is missing, you can check or uncheck. Okay, that's one way. So okay, just click OK. We are adding a tab to it, a tab that is missing. Okay, so now we see developer. But let's
Yeah.
say that yeah, developer is after view now. But let's say that there's particular function we want to add, okay, and then it's not there. It's not on the tab, right? It's not about tab. It's just like another function that we can't see it, maybe under some particular tab, okay? So we want to create something under the tab that is not there, or we want to add something that is under the tab that is missing, right? So we go back to the same place. You go to custom ribbon. Now we want to create a new tab called extra. Okay, let's create a new tab called extra. So how do we do that? So you can create new tab. You see new tab, new group, rename on your no downside where you went to. Yes, new tab, new group. So a tab meaning that it will be there, or you can create a group. So let's do a new tab. You click on new tab. Now let's rename that new tab. Click on rename. Yes, so let's call it extra, or maybe let's call it gifty, since it's gifty who is doing it. So let's call it gifty tab or extra gifty or something. Anyway, anyone works for it. Okay, yes. And then under that tab, you want to give it a certain logo or symbol, right? So anytime you see that symbol, you know it's gift. So gifty, you can choose anything that helps or represents gifty. Okay, then you click OK. Okay, now under that tab, what do we want to see under that gifty tab? Okay, so maybe I'm someone who is always into cut and paste or something, right? So I can drag from the popular commands section, I can add whatever I want to add that I frequently use or it's missing that I want to see. Okay, so let's say we want to do copy, cut, draw table, email. So you just click add, and then it comes under the copy, cut, draw table. Yeah, anything that you want to be using, or maybe it's missing. Okay, maybe you don't have cut copy in your defaults. Okay, apart from it being a version issue, this is one way you can customize your ribbon. So you click OK. All right. So where is our Gifty tab? Is it new tab? Yes. Oh, so you didn't save our name as gift. Okay, so it's new tab and it's Gifty tab. Right, good. So we have that. So you can customize your screen. Maybe there are some particular functions as a researcher, you always use them. Okay, you can just do that. Okay, so that's one way. But that's so we can create ribbons, we can create a group on the ribbon. We can also create a tab. Okay, so tab and ribbons group almost the same. So I'll not go over that. So let's go to developer. So developer is just one way that we can use to create our slides integrated with another software like or another interface like ChatGPT. Okay. So you go to ChatGPT and then instead of asking ChatGPT to create a five-page slide PPT, you can ask it to give you a code and then you embed it into your PowerPoint and then it gives you the template that you really want. Very beautiful. Okay. It cannot give you the images, but it will give you some, how do you call it? It's nicer than the general, if you give ChatGPT the general PowerPoint and you download it, you realize that the slides are just full of text and nothing is going on there. Okay, so let's go to developer. And then we are using the virtual basic. So virtual basic VBA, it's a form of writing that was used mostly in the past, okay, before all of these Python and other things come. Okay, so we go to virtual basic. All right. So under the virtual basic, we want to go to insert. Insert. There are a lot of things you can do under that. Then you go to module, insert the module. Okay. Now we need a code. Okay, so what do we do? Let's go to ChatGPT or DeepSeek or whichever one you have. And then you ask for a VBA code for, let's say, a 5-slide PPT on a topic. Okay, so just flow. Okay, so you can add some things. It should have this, maybe. What do you want to? It should have a presentation outline slide. It should have this table of content, something like that. Okay, so as basic as possible, let's just make it so that we can, and others, just say and others, so we can move on. Okay, so let's see what it gives us. So it will give you a VBA code, and then you copy that code and then we paste it in our PPT. Okay, so let's say you have your thesis, you have a document, you can upload it into ChatGPT, right? And then let it extract the information from there, and then give you the VBA code, and then you put it inside your PPT, right? So you get the first template from there. So what you just be doing is putting in the images, right? So you can copy it, copy, and then let's go to our PowerPoint. Yes, and then you paste. All right, then Control S, try and save it. Okay, so it's giving you a prompt. It's saying that the following cannot be saved in macro-free presentation. So the macros, which is almost like a function code within the software, is what it's asking you. So do you want to save it like that, or you want to save it macro-free? So I'll say yes. I'll say yes, and then just so I can continue. All right, so every time you have a VBA code within your PowerPoint, it's advisable to save it as .ppt. Usually we save it as .ppt or .pptx, right? But this case, you save it as .pptm. If you have virtual basic codes within your PowerPoint, it's advisable to save that whole PPT in .pptm. Okay, so now we've saved it. Let's go to the green play button under the run. You see some play button like a green. Yes, so you play it and let's see what happens. Hopefully there's no error. And then let's go to our PPT and see. Okay, go to the PPT slide. Presentation 2, I think. Yes, so it gives you this one. So if you don't like this, you can ask it to design it, all those things, right? But one thing it doesn't do well with it's the images. So the images, if you have the designer add in, then it can help you. But at least you have a first draft of your PPT, right? With so many text, which is not so good. But at least you know where you can start from and then you can move on from there. So this is one way we can do our PPTs. Okay, if you are really hard pressed with time or you have a large document and you have to extract everything from there in here. Any question on developer or on creating a tab?
Yes, but so when I wanted to run, there was an error message sent.
Let's give you a wrong Python code. So you copy the error or you use the error that it gives you, paste it back in ChatGPT, and then you do that kind of back and forth, trying to debug. Within, if you're a good programmer also in VBA, then you can go back to the VBA within the PowerPoint and debug directly. So Gitty, let's go back. But most people don't use VBA now. So you can ask ChatGPT. Go to the Microsoft Virtual Basic. Okay. So there's a debug option somewhere within the top. It should, yeah, debug. So you can debug it line by line and then see in which maybe there's a comma, you're supposed to put a full stop, things like that. It's just a language, like we have MATLAB, like we have Python, like we have R. It's just like a language issue. So ChatGPT can make mistakes, right? So if you are good with VBA, then you can correct it. But if you are not good, just look at the error, tell ChatGPT, and it keeps going back and forth until it finally gives you what you want. So for the error, yes, sometimes there are errors, especially when it's long, a long. So let's extend it. Let's make it, let's say 15 slides, and let's add some things, maybe introduction, literature. Let's go back to ChatGPT. Introduction, literature. We are doing our thesis or defense PPT, right? Something like that. So introduction, literature, background, methodology, things like that. Just try and give it more things, and let's see if it will run, or maybe we'll end up in an error or something. Whilst you are doing that, any question on developer mode? No question. Okay. Or gift it if you have a maybe a document not that you can maybe upload, and then we'll try and let's see if it can extract from there. Maybe some short document you have, maybe, and it's not so confidential. You can
Okay, let me
let's
check.
yeah, I think that would make more meaning to us. So you are in the industry, you just got a message tonight. Tomorrow there's a presentation with the director. This is the document, read through and everything, right? And you are kind of hard pressed with time. You can start from there, okay? And then it gives you at least things to focus on, and then you at least have a first version to work on, and then you move on from there.
Do
I
you want
think
me
one
to
of these
develop a
days,
whole new one or
no, you can customize as much as you want, okay?
okay?
You want to present this to a supervisor or something, let's just, I think most of us need how to prompt, okay? Prompting is a big issue for this generation because ChatGPT, we just woke up and we just saw ChatGPT and all this And I've seen time and time over again, people don't know how to ask questions. And now when they start prompting, yeah, anyway. So apart from latex, I have to teach how to prompt. Anyway.
Yes, yes, you have
But
to.
I'm not doing that. I'm saying it on camera. I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm not doing
Oh, oh, Prof,
it. Yeah.
why?
No,
You
no, no.
see the questions. Anyway, I I joined with other gadgets, so that is I couldn't answer some of the questions. So yes, I
Mm,
listened to your posts. Some of the
mm.
things you said, I think some of us we do watch, even though we know some of them, we do watch because um knowledge does not end at noon. You have to
Yes.
every
Yeah.
day new things come up. So we gradually, if you check or if you can check people who watch, you will see that some of us watch a lot. So
Oh, I
maybe
watch. I check.
perhaps yeah,
I
maybe
check the
yeah.
accounts, the new subscriber. I check everything. As if I'm a
Yeah, so
social media
maybe
guy. I'm checking. I'm
yes.
really checking.
So so maybe not I'm
So I
holding
know
forth
those
for
who
my other
watch and
colleagues,
this thing.
but not I'm holding
Okay.
forth for other colleagues, but maybe with time they will definitely watch. So don't get discouraged with that. Maybe definitely they're going to watch. And I think some people to ask the question in class maybe something, some of the defects, we have
Mm,
various
mm.
category of people. So if maybe if I'm the only person asking, maybe I'm asking for a number of people. Maybe with time they may
Yeah,
also come out to watch. So
which
don't let
I
that
agree.
discourage you.
I agree very much with you. If I am sitting in a class, okay, and I am an expert, let's say, okay, I can join sometimes. You are a testimony to it. I join some of the classes, not because I want to monitor. Of course, I'm part of the organizers of the program, but I joined for various reasons, and I sometimes ask questions to kind of draw in people to also ask, no matter how beginner you are, right? So it's not like I don't know. I can come to the class and say, so how do I find a paper that is relevant, okay, and in a direction that will help me to get something relevant? It's not like I don't know how to do it, but I ask that because I know I've been there. But maybe someone is on the call and is shy. Okay, no problem. But if you are shy, you won't get help. That's all I can say. If you are shy or you are timid or you feel that somebody will laugh at me, this one is not primary school. If you don't know, you don't know. And it's very embarrassing that at certain levels, you don't know some things, right? Okay, someone said in the chat box that prompting. Well, the way the LLMs are designed, it's designed such that whatever you say or whether you ask, it will support you. Okay, so if you ask that, can I go to space on a bicycle? It will give you everything that is possible. Okay, all the wild ideas, but maybe it's not feasible, right? So you have to be able to ask the question in such a way that that LLM, ChatGPT or whatever, would be able to give you not only feasible, possible ideas, but feasible ideas and can correct you when you are asking for things that don't matter or it's going nowhere. Okay, so just as a giveaway, I'll say that every time you give a prompt, make sure that before it gives you an answer, it confirms with you what you are really looking for. So ask a question that ChatGPT will also ask you a question back. If this feedback is not there, most likely it got you wrong. So you keep prompting and asking or type a whole page, a whole paragraph, and it still doesn't understand you. So instead of just asking for it to deliver, you can just ask it to ask you back, just to clarify. Okay, on 4 levels, did you mean this? One, two, three, four. Then when you are confident with that, then you can let it go. That's just one way. So ask questions such that the 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 environment or whatever you're using can ask you questions back to clarify what you mean. Just like in MATLAB, it will ask you, did you mean this when you have an error? Yeah, something like that. That's one way of prompting. And of course, there's context and everything. But anyway, okay, Gifty, we can flow.
Mm. Please, you want to add anything else, or I can just click?
Oh, VBA code for 15 slides on the attached document. It should include introduction, structure of the PPT should be for a PhD presentation. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Very basic. I'm just demonstrating how to use it. I'm sure
Okay.
it's okay. And I like the fact that it's a free version. So nobody will say after the call that mine cannot do. It's free. Yeah. So yeah, I think whilst it's working, any question, it will take a few minutes. How to create a tab if you can't find your tab, how to create maybe we can do ribbon. So let's go back. How to create a group. I think maybe someone may have issue. So let's do a group and then we'll
Yeah,
come back.
hello, Doc.
So yes,
Yeah, I think, sorry, I missed some part, but I want to find out something. I've seen Madam Gifty putting in some quotes,
yes.
and I want to find out after she has put in that code, the response that will come. What is the next stage that you have to go about it?
So we copy the code into the developer mode and then we save it and run it. So the code that is given us is in virtual basic. It's written in a certain language. Like we had Fortran, we had C++, we had all those other ones, right? So it's just like Python. Let's say it's a Python code, okay? So in the developer mode, it can accept that Python code, which is the VBA, and then it creates the slides for you. So you don't type a single word. It just does all the words for you. Okay, maybe by this time it's done. So let me repeat that part. Let's check if it's done. Hopefully it's
Okay,
still
Doc.
free. Yeah.
So okay, so so you put it in the developer code. So I've seen a developer on the tab. So is that I have to
Yes.
open that developer before you put it there, or like is there a way you can
Yes.
also?
Yes. So it's done. So let me just demonstrate again. So Gifty, you can copy it. Copy the code and then we go.
I've copied the code.
Okay. So in the developer, you open, maybe you can close the
Yeah.
virtual basic. So we repeat the whole process.
Okay.
Or you can open a new slide entirely.
Yeah.
So you go to developer, then you go to virtual basic, then you go to insert. Okay, there's user form, there's model, there's class model. There are various things you can do, but it's your prowess in VBA that allows you to do more. So let's do model for now. Once you click on model, then it's asking you for the code, right? So you paste the code here, and then you Control S. You save, Control plus S, Command plus S for the MacBook. Okay, so it's saved, hopefully. Yes. So it's saving, and then now, no, don't save. Don't save because we said that for PPTs that have virtual basic in them, the extension should be .pptm. So save as type, you can look at the drop down. Thank you very much, Ohima. You can, yes, you see there is pptm, and I'm sure most of you have seen it before, but you didn't ask why. It's just under the PPT. Yes. So you click on that one. So we are saving that type so that it doesn't conflict with the code. Okay. It doesn't conflict. If you save it as PPT, it also works, but it's better to save it so you don't, yes, so you can, yeah, save. Save. And then we go back to our developer and then you run. Okay, let's run.
Okay. Sorry.
You run, which is at the top there, you see a green play button. Okay, okay. I don't know if it's the internet on my side, but there's some lag. Okay, did you run?
Yes.
Okay, so if you've run it, then let's see. Yeah, I think presentation four, or is three.
Or
It's
I don't know
4.
why.
Yes. Okay, so you can scroll down. Let's see what the next slides have. So consumer financial vulnerability. Yeah, so if your supervisor is worrying you, you see the way it has bulleted 3, 3, 2, 2, not so many. Then you find a nice image, put it on the right-hand side of the text, and then try and refine it from there, okay? At least you have 15 slides to start from. It's better than 0 slides. If you don't like anything I've said, at least you have something to start from. Is that okay?
Yes, Doc.
All right, thank you so much. Any question? If not, I'm moving on.
When I do the run, it gives me error. I don't know why.
Okay, so maybe Gift, you can stop sharing so Abi will also help us with the error. Let's see if we can debug the error together.
Okay.
It's not a code that we use now, so I will not encourage you to go and learn Virtual Basic, right? But yeah,
Please, can you see my screen?
yes. So run it and let's see what the error is actually.
Okay. I think I came here. Run.
No, let's use just the arrow. Don't run it from there. Just run
This
it from
one.
the arrow. Yes.
I did, and it says
Okay, so
this
he's
is the
saying that
paper.
compare error method or data member not found. Okay,
Yes.
so you can go back to your source, that's ChatGPT, and ask it, it's a compare error method or data member not found. Okay, and then we give it to ChatGPT. Because ChatGPT
Oh,
wrote the code. I didn't write it. So just say
okay.
method or data member not found. Okay, and then it will try and then update the code for you.
Okay, I'll do that.
No, we can do it together. I think today we have time.
Oh, okay.
So you can just write method or data member not found. It's most likely from the placeholder. So it put a placeholder there and it's not finding it. A placeholder could be the text or an image or something. Just before I forget, we can also do the new tab, new group in Word, okay? Just before I forget, it can be done in Word, can be done in Excel, any other Microsoft. Okay, so let's try this one. You copy it. Is it done? Yeah. So you can copy it and then repaste it into
So I need to
the,
open a new one, right?
no, that same place.
That same
You can
place.
do,
Okay.
and then Control A, delete. Control A and delete everything. Click OK
Okay.
first. Control A and delete everything within that space. Yes, OK. Click OK. And then now paste the new one. Control V.
Yeah, I've pasted it.
OK. And then run again. Let's see.
Okay, presentation created successful.
Good, good, good. So let's see your presentation.
Okay. I go back to. Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, we can't see it.
Oh, really?
We are seeing only the VB. We can't see the, okay,
I
yeah, I
think
can
it's
see it
because
now.
of the way I did the sharing. I don't
The
know.
sharing, good. Okay, so now I can see it. So if you've
Oh,
written your
sorry.
thesis, yeah, it's okay. Thank you. If you've written your
Okay.
thesis, you are tired. Okay, just try this. Okay, try this, and then at least you have the main points that you want to talk about, and then you can start from there. Hope it helps someone. We are in the graduation season, or we are getting there. So hopefully help someone. Yes, Gifty, go ahead.
Please, I have a question. When you mentioned it, when we're talking about the um items that we can add on the ribbon, you mentioned designer. I notice I don't have that. How do you get it? Is there a way you can
Okay,
show us how?
so design is okay, so you can share your screen. Design is an add-in, okay? It's an add-in, so we have to get it from the Microsoft Store. Okay, so it's not within the ribbon side. We have to get it from the add-in side. So it will be in that insert or yes, add-ins. You have that add-ins on the right-hand side. Yes, so you click on add-ins and then you type designer. If your VPN is not on, it may work because you have to sign in and all that. So you can click designer, you can type designer, sorry.
Okay.
Type designer, let's see if you have it. Yeah, the first one.
That's fine.
Yeah, so it's just an add-in and it sometimes works, sometimes doesn't work these days. Yeah, allow and continue. And it's also version compatible. So I think 2021 below, it doesn't work for it. And if it's 365, then it will work. And if it's, yeah, so you can use a designer. If not, then you have to copy and find your own images, which I don't think should be a problem for us. Any questions on this part? Okay, so if I refer back to
So
the
do you,
messages, yes, go ahead,
yeah,
Dr.
so
Mauli.
yes, when I go to add-in, do I, because for me, there are more options. There's no place to write, to like search designer, cannot see it there. Or I should go to more add-in so that I can add it.
There's get add-in and there's add-in. I think depending on your version, which one do you have?
I
Sometimes it's
have,
get add-in, sometimes it's just add-in, sometimes it's more add-in. So
yeah, my one is more add-in.
more add-in. So let's try that one. Let's try that one
Okay.
if that one will work.
Okay.
Okay.
Designer for office. Okay. Add-in. Okay.
Yeah. I think you can connect. I think if but the connecting means that the VPN must be off so you can sign in successfully or something. Yeah, you
Hey,
can use the one down. You already, if you authenticate. So
agree to all terms and conditions.
yes, I agree.
Okay. Yeah, it's a show now. Okay.
Hmm. So you can try, sometimes when you highlight a text, then it gives you an image, sometimes on that particular slide. So let's say descriptive findings, it can give you something, or try and even change the whole template into some new one that matches COVID. Let's see if to authenticate.
Why is it taking long time? I see.
Yeah, it usually has some
Okay,
components. It
connect.
doesn't always work. I think it has some bugs related to it. Okay, while we wait for it, let's try and create a new group, not tab, a new group. Yeah, so let's go back to home. Let's go back to home. And then we right click, customize the ribbon. Now we want to create a new group. So new group, we name it as something that we can find later on. AMS, okay. And then what do we want to put in that group? No, you can just leave just the name is okay. Just click okay. But I'm saying what functions, okay? So under the popular commands, okay, you can click on the drop down. I want to say something under that. Popular commands. Yes, so you can, popular commands, you can put all commands, you can, depending on what you want to put in there are so many options. Okay, so let's go to maybe two tabs. Under our new AMS, we want to put things under that place, right? Or we want to put the AMS in the tool tab. Tools, we have tools already there, right? Or if you first of all create a tab and then we put it in there, or you can in an existing one. Okay, so we want to put, let's say, any of them. Anyway, I just demonstrated, so you just choose any. Maybe Zoom or something. Any works. All right, so we've put Zoom under the AMS. Let's put another thing, maybe one more, and then maybe chart design. Okay, so okay. You can click OK. Okay, so now we have Zoom and chart design, right? Okay, so we've put Zoom and chart design under, no, something is, we didn't do something right. You're supposed to see AMS. We've actually created tabs, not. Oh, I'm not seeing right.
Yeah, it has come as a tab, not as a group.
As a tab, okay. So that's a group. We are supposed to do a group where we show that. Okay, let's go back again.
Can we
Let's
delete
try
the
it.
tab?
Yes, you can delete. You can. Let's go back to home. Right click, customize the ribbon. Okay, so let's click on the Zoom and then the chat one, or even the whole AMS. Where is the AMS? The AMS is missing. Oh, where has it run to? Okay, so we can't find the AMS. So what we'll do is just uncheck the Zoom, uncheck it, or you can remove. Okay, yeah, any works. Let's try the group again. You can remove that group tab, the new tab also. We don't want new tab. The new tab. Okay, let's try a new group. Collapse everything. You can collapse everything. So we are sure it doesn't. So you see, the new group is under the insert. Right? Okay, so under insert, we go to media, we find that. Okay, so let's rename it as AMS. Rename AMS. So once we do that, click OK. And then click OK again. OK again, down. Let's see what happens. No, let's not add anything yet. Let's just click OK. All right, so under insert, we should find, let's go to insert, because that's where we put it. Do we have AMS anywhere? More. Okay, drop down, let's see. Oh, where is AMS? We can't find it. Okay, let's go back again. Maybe because we didn't add anything. Okay, right click, customize the ribbon, insert, right? It was under insert. It's missing. Okay, let's create a new one. New group, AMS, then we add maybe painter and font color. Yes, and custom add format painter is okay, or format. Yeah. Then maybe add one more, then we add, yes. Okay. Okay, so it's done. We create a group and then we have that under that. So that's different from the whole tab that we did earlier. Okay. Thank you so much. The authenticating is still doing. Hey. Anyway, I think maybe VPN is on or something. All right, thank you so much, Gift. I think I can share my screen now. If there are no questions, hopefully there are not. All right, so there was a question about grouping. I
Oh,
don't know if
I
I
have
should
a
do it
I
all
have a
again.
question.
Yes, go
I
ahead.
have a question. Yeah, the question is that if I want to use this ChatGPT to give me the code to prepare the PowerPoint, do I have to upload all my work into the ChatGPT before it can give me the PowerPoint code, the VB
Yes.
code to use? I have to
Yes, it
upload
has
all
that
the
option if you are extracting from that document or that file. But if you have nothing, just have an idea or make the topic, it can also generate something for you.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want specifically that whatever will be on the PPT would be directly from what, let's say you have a thesis or a document and then PPT, right? So
Yes.
it's taken from the
Yes. Yes.
document to the PPT. But you don't have anything, maybe just like a coursework or a PhD or a master's course. The teacher said, this is a topic. So you don't have any document, you don't have any paper. You can just generate from that side. So it can also
Okay.
generate normal content for you.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen and hopefully I'm doing groupings and what else was on the page. I asked the question and I got a thumbs up, so I didn't know how to interpret it. I asked if, apart from these four, is there any other thing that you want? And I got a thumbs up and tickles. So I don't know what that means actually. Okay, cross-referencing in Word, and then handling appendix, and then grouping objects within PowerPoint. So let me finish the grouping and then we'll move on to back to Word. Okay, so you have, I've changed my Microsoft. So we want to group. So, okay, let me create some shapes. The person who asked, I don't know if the person is here, but anyway, let's say you want to create a, what do you want to create today? How do you even call that thing? The thing you write your name on it and a contract and you give to people in business meetings. How do you call it?
Complimentary card.
Thank you very much. Yeah, complimentary card. So let's create a short complimentary card. And quick tip, those of you who go for conferences, as a PhD or master's student, I hope you are sharing your complimentary cards. Are we? Oh, the silence means we don't
Oh,
do it.
I didn't hear. No, 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 I didn't hear. Sorry, you said.
I'm saying, if you go for a conference, what do you leave behind? Do you leave your complimentary cards, even as a PhD or master's student? Do we do that?
Yeah, I know.
If not,
I
let's
usually leave
start
my
doing
email.
it.
I leave my email behind.
Okay, let's start doing it. It's very, very important. Okay, don't become a professor before you start doing it. Leave your emails, leave your complimentary cards. It's as important as possible, okay? Because so many people will be spoken to during the conference. So it's easy that they will forget about you. Okay, so let's try and create a very unprofessional complimentary card here. So in this our complimentary card, we have a two-layer system. So the first one is this, and then the second one, I'll try and create another one, which will be the text box itself within the system. So let me look for my school logo, and then I'll put it somewhere there. Or let me just look for another school. So nobody will know my school. Okay, so um, university logo. But why am I even hiding my school? It's very easy to find out. I'm not hiding it. Okay, so let me use Chinwa. Okay, so I'm copying the code, the logo. Oh, internet. Or anyone, you can tell me your school, I look for the logo for you. And then we'll try and create your own.
Beijing Normal University.
Beijing Normal University.
Hey, BNU. Nice. Beijing's my hometown. When I see it, then they start attacking me. But it's true. Beijing on my university. I need to. Okay. Yeah, found it. There's a blue and a red one. Let's go with the blue because I like blue. So I copy the image and then I resume. Okay. So where should we put the image?
Top right
Left
corner.
corner or right corner? Okay, right.
Top right.
Top right. Okay. The image too doesn't want to. Copy. And so I need to save it. Okay, let me save. Downloads. Okay. Now insert my image. Then download. All right, so top right. Okay, and then we put the name of. So, okay. What else should be in our? Let's say this one there. Doc, forgive me. I'm using your name. Is it postgraduate researcher or which one works? Doc. Beijing Normal University. Oh, wait, who said the Beijing Normal University? So that I use your name. Who was that? There were two ladies who said Beijing Normal University. Oh, they don't want to sell, see their names. No problem.
I think I heard Belinda.
Belinda, but I don't know her full name. So let's keep it here
We
as
can use
that.
a dummy name, Belinda Jima. We can use a
Belinda
dummy name.
Yaira.
Yaira. Like this?
Yeah.
Okay, this one is free advert for you. Postgraduate researcher, Department of Economics.
The name is not
Oh,
complete. The name is not
Ag-
complete.
Agalme.
yes.
I think it's Agable.
Agable. Okay. Department of
Education.
Education. Okay. So this is our, let's look for some fancy font. Which one will work? This one. Is this okay? And then maybe we can fill in the color with some nice color that will match the Beijing Normal University or may overshadow it. Okay. Does it complement? I don't know. Please, the color people tell me. Does this match? So I'll send it to back. Not backward. Send backwards. Does this work or it's not nice? Okay.
Doc,
Yes.
why did you click for the backwards?
If I click back, then it's going to behind the green box.
Oh, okay.
So backward is the next layer. Go to the next layer, right? But if I click backwards, to go to back, which is because we already created a box, right? So the green
Okay.
box is there, it's overshadowing, but I don't want it to go behind the green box. So I put it as backward. So just go one step back, right? But if you say back, then to go to the very last person at the back. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so forgive my color combination, right? Let me see if I use white too. No. Anyway, what else can we put on our email and all those things, right? So the email is maybe email is BY, then the surname at bnu.edu.cn. Yes, maybe this is their email. Then the phone number. Should I say contact or telephone? Or mobile? Which one works? +86 1 Beijing is which number? 185, I think.
One.
I think it's 18. Forgotten. Then maybe a lot of sevens and 4. And maybe this is our number. If it's your number, then sorry. Yeah, so maybe this is our. Now, what do we want to do? We need to group everything, right? We need to group things so that we don't have everything mixed around. Okay, so you just Control A. Oh, there's some image that was there. Control A, not this image should go away. I want to delete this image. I think it was the image that I tried to download. Anyway, then just keep it. So Control A, and then we right click. But before you right click, you press on the control on the keyboard, and then you right click. Okay, once you right click, sometimes the one you have selected or the one close to the right click may go out. So you have to make sure it's back. And then you group, and then you have everything moving together. Okay, so if I click on this and I pull it, okay, so I didn't add so I'll go back again. This time I'll try and get everything, control everything. On group, okay, so let me remove that particular image where is it? Okay. Okay, so I'll try and get everybody. Group, regroup. Let's see if it works now. Oh, still not grouping. Hmm. This regroup. All right. Okay, if I don't click on it. Yeah. So I can move my complementary card around. So I think there's nothing much to group in. Just click on the things you want to group, control, and then you right click. Hopefully it helps that person. All right, so let me move on to the table of appendix table, how to do appendix table. So I'm going back to Word. And then we want to do appendix, right? Appendix also has its own tables and it has its own figures, right? So what we can do, there are two options. You can do it manually, but that's not a good idea. So what you need to do is just create your own table caption and make sure that it follows that particular chapter, which is now appendix. Okay, so now we need to create a header with appendix. What do we do? This is just a quick revision. Appendix header. Okay, so you do your appendix and then based on whatever requirements, you make it like that. And then you have in here, you need to create a level called appendix, right? Which will be chapter 1 or heading 1. So let's use this side or we can use this side as well. Which one do we want? Okay, we can use this one. We call it appendix. Okay, so this is our appendix. We want to create our table. So we go to insert, no, we go to references, insert caption, we use table first. We are doing tables. Go to numbering, include chapter number. Okay, there are no chapter numbers. Okay, so multi-layer. Let's go back to home. So we use multi-level, and then let's say this one. Yeah, section or chapter. Let's use this one. Okay, so appendix is a chapter, not chapter 1, but it's part of the chapters now. Then we can do our references, insert caption. We are doing tables. We want to use the table, include the chapter numbers, table 1.1, right? And here, we can create a new label, okay? And that label would be what? Who can guess? Table 1.1, table 1.2, it's within the main text. Now we want to create an appendix table system. Who can guess what label it would be? No one.
Appendix 1.1.
Yes, appendix 1.1, but appendix 1.1 can be a table or it can be a figure. So we are creating table under appendix. So what should the label
Oh,
be?
mostly the appendix we label them A.
Yes, so table A what? Or something, right? A1 or A2 or A3 or however we want to do it, right? So table A, do we want to do it A1 like this or how do you want to do it? Oh, I'm helping you. I don't need this. So please talk. Table A-1. So how do we name the label? That's what I'm asking.
So
Yes. After in that. Okay, table A hyphen or table A. Okay. All right, so table -1, if the spacing is not enough for you can, or it's too much, you can reduce. So this is one way you can do it. Then you have your tables. You can also insert, in this case, I want to insert a figure. What do I do? I'm renaming the label. That's the trick. Okay, I think someone here asked that question before. So that's the trick. You rename the label. Or you can do it the old way. If you don't want to make it so complex to you, you can just go back, insert normal tables, okay? But that one is a bit manual. Okay. You still insert the table 1.1 and then you click OK. Here you see it's 0-1 because you don't have a chapter 1 or an introduction here. So one way you can do it, you can just delete this 0 and replace it with an A. That's one way you can do it. And then it works for continuously like that. Once you update, everything would update. Okay, so let's update. So it's now A-1, A-2, A-3. So you can do the normal way as if it's a normal table from the top. But because there's no chapter 1, chapter 2, it will be 0. And then now you change the 0 to A manually. That's like a quick way. But if you want it to look exactly like you want it to look, then you make that table A hyphen something, and then that will be your new label. Hope that solves that question for that person. And then cross-referencing. Okay, so according to appendix table A.A-1, but if you don't want to do this A-1 by text, right? We want to use the cross-referencing. So we'll go to those who ask. I hope the person is in class. If not, they'll see it later. So you just go to cross-reference and then you ask yourself, what do I want to do? Is it a numbered or a heading, equation or a table or what? Which one should I choose? Table. So if table, this, then you insert, okay? The entire caption or only label a number or only, whichever one works for you. Only label a number, okay? So insert. So according to table 1, the first one I type it, the second one it's generated by, oh, I think I click it twice. Okay, so according to table 1, A1, the trend decreases. Oh, I'm typing in. The trend decreases over time. Okay, now I want to swap something. I want to make table A2 come first. Okay, so once I do that and I update the field, let's update. Oh, here it will be difficult to see because once I rearrange to start doing A1, A2, yeah, but anyway, yeah. So now A2, which was actually A1 before, will update automatically. So once you move the table, the cross-referencing helps you to still, yes, especially if you have 100 tables in your work, the business guys, yeah, instead of showing figure, you're showing tables. Anyway, yeah, so you have so many tables. Once you start moving things up and down, you lose track of what you said or where you referenced that particular table. So you can do cross-referencing. I think I've solved all the questions that were raised. PowerPoints, grouping objects, handling table figures, virtual basic. If there are no questions, we can end the class today. We have so much time more left. So I don't want to start another thing within the same video. So if there are no questions, we can end the class. If there are questions, this brings us to the end of Word and PowerPoint. You can attempt the project work. And then in our next class tomorrow, we'll do Excel part 1. And then the next class next week will be Excel part 2. Any questions? Any questions? We are closing early today. Any questions, please?
No, please.
No, please. All right. So I'll see you tomorrow, same time. We'll start our Excel series. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Bye.